channel. It's your girl Karen Favor. I'm happy to be back again here filming a video for you all. I know it's been like forever, but please bear with me. It's not easy to have a newborn baby and to film videos at the same time, but I'm trying to have a balance, so you all bear with me. So I appreciate those that are subscribed already. Those that are watching without being subscribed, it's still fine. Thank you all for your support, but I plead with you all, subscribe before you leave, please. Okay, so in today's video I want to share with you all my experience having kids back to back. Yeah, there is a saying that nothing good comes easy. So I have good sides and bad sides of having kids back to back. So I will start with the advantages of having kids back to back. I have 3 kids. The first is 3 years. In October she'll be 3. The second is already 18 months old, and the third is 2 years. 2 years? Oh my god, no! The third is 2 months, 2 years old. So I want to share with you all the advantages and disadvantages of having them really very close. Okay, the first point is that it is less expensive, I would say, because the shopping I made for my first child, most of the things I'm still using them with the second and the third child. I don't have to go shopping for so many things because I had a new baby. No, I'm just passing on to the next person what doesn't fit the other person, especially because the second child was a boy and the third child is a boy. So the only shopping I did at most again was because the second child was a boy and the first was a girl, if you understand what I mean. At least I could not be wearing my boy child female dresses, but of course I had some unisex dresses that could fit him as well, and some of them still fit my third child. So for me it is less expensive, I would say. And second point is that your child or your children, they have a playmate automatically. In the Western world it's a little bit different. I grew up in Africa, in Cameroon. There, having problems like a playmate or whatsoever, it was not a thing. It was not a thing, or it is still not a thing, because we can easily play with our neighbors. Your child can have somebody the next door to play with. But yeah, it's different. You cannot just go to your next door neighbor because you want your child to play with his or her own child. No, it is only possible when you have a brothers group where you people can always meet and your children play together, or like we have our African communities here where we can always meet and then our children play together. But when it comes to after school hours, if they are already going to school, your child is home and home. She can only play with his or her toys or with you, the parents, or any other relative around. But you know, when you have them, if you plan having kids like 3, 4, 5, and then you don't have so much gap with them, like you have them few months apart, it's good for me because, you know, the first or second, they don't experience loneliness. They have a friend, and a true friend, to play with at any point in time. So for me it is an advantage. And the third point I would say it is biologically good too, because the more you have kids, the less you experience labor pain. I was hearing about that, but it is super true. My first child, I was in the labor room for up to 8 hours. I cried. It was so painful. But with the third child, because it was close, I was there just for 2 hours 30 minutes, and with the third child 1 hour 30 minutes. So for me, I would say it is an advantage, unlike maybe if you have to give gaps like having a child 3 years 4 years later. What you experience with the first child, possibilities of having them all over again, it is possible. And the fourth very, very important point for me is that after you have your kids, if you have decided that okay, 3, 4, or 5 is enough for you, you can now concentrate on your career without any stop, you know, because if you have children in between your career growth, it can become a problem or a slow down process for you. Let's take an example with doctors or engineers. You cannot have a child now and then you stay home 2 years, 3 years, and then you can never go and start where you stopped. You have to practice again so that you can meet up with your colleagues that you left in the field. So if you plan to have kids or you have them already, for me it is a good thing. Like, you can bounce back on your career and, you know, achieve whatever you want to achieve, which is good. So now let's talk about the disadvantages of having kids back to back. The first point I'll talk about is that it goes with lots and lots of body pains. With me, I had so much body pain, so much, because the first child, you know, I was so happy about the pregnancy. Like, even if I had pains, it wasn't severe like with the third child. Now the second child, it was a little bit better because, you know, I mean, I tried to take it slowly. With the third child, man, the pain was severe. Sometimes I would not be able to walk. Sometimes I really feel sick, like I'm really downcast. I feel sick the whole day, the whole week, and I would say that is because your body did not have enough time to rest and recover, maybe after the second pregnancy or the first pregnancy. So yeah, now I'm not saying biologically it is a bad thing, because if it was bad, of course, then my doctor would not permit me do such a thing. But as human beings, at least I felt pains, yeah, because it was really close. Another disadvantage I'll say is that you have less social life. Since I started having kids, man, it's so difficult to attend occasions. I'm not a party fan, I'm not a nightclub fan, but at least social life, socializing, having fun. It doesn't mean that if you have kids you shouldn't have your own time for yourself, but it has become difficult because, I mean, how do I go about dragging 3 children that they are not even big, they cannot help themselves, I have to attend to them, their father have to attend to them. So for now, I would say my social life, it has reduced my interaction because I have to stay home most of the times to take care of them. So anytime I have the opportunity to have my phone, trust me, I'm so happy about that, and I try to have it to the fullest. So for me, that is a disadvantage, but life is not all about Njoka, as a Frenchman would say, or it's a Cartier slang. So another point, which is the third point, is that it is stressful. When I say stressful, I mean it's, imagine you have succeeded in putting the first child to sleep. The second one there starts shouting. Oh, the first one gets up. Before you get to the third one, who is still very small, man, you are exhausted from morning to night, from night to morning, from morning to night. But one thing for sure, there is a saying that God doesn't give you what you cannot take, or what you cannot do, or what, you know, you can't accomplish. The strength that I'm having from God, like, every day is wonderful. Every day I succeed in taking care of these children with their father, of course. But I will tell you, just 2 of us, it is not enough. You need relatives to help you when it comes to bringing up children. But when you find yourself out of your family members, you have to do what you have to do. But my point here is that it is, yeah, it's really stressful. It's stressful because before you want to attend to the other child, this one is doing this. Like on Sunday, this one on Sunday, I almost cried. After I dressed up my son, before I finished dressing the third one, he has removed everything he already wore for him. So those are some of the things, but it's fine, it's fine. And the fourth point is that this one is really emotional, because you know, your first child suffers a lot. What do I mean by that? She suffers, or he or she suffers when it comes to attention. Now for me, when I was pregnant with the second one, it was a little bit better, because I was pregnant and she was just the only one, so sometimes I could give all my attention to her. But when I was pregnant for the third child, to concentrate on her, I was looking at her like she's already a big girl, of which she's not a big girl. She's still a child. She will be 3 years in October. So of course I'll only concentrate on the second child, and she too needs my attention. I'm not able to attend to her, so emotionally it was breaking me down. And even now sometimes I feel very, very sorry for her, because I feel like I have not given her so much attention or love like she needed. But of course, man, I had to do what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing. If you plan for your life, and with the help of God, He will help you accomplish the plan. So I'm still grateful. Now I'm trying my best to attend to her, attend to the brother, like she too is a baby. And girls being girls, she's already wanting to help me with the little one, so it makes it fun sometimes. But sometimes I'm also scared, because the other boy, he doesn't like the fact that somebody is in between him and the mother. He always wants to remove the baby from me so that I can carry him. So that's where I feel like, oh my God, did I do this? Why did I do this? But it's fine, it's fine. The fourth or the fifth point, I think, the work is too much. Oh my God, the work is too much. Forgive me if I'm trying to look like that. I dropped down some points so that I don't go off when I'm talking. The work is too much. The laundry, triple. Not triple. Yeah, the laundry is triple. Diaper change, triple. Feeding, triple. Because sometimes my little girl, when you are feeding the brother, she also wants you to feed her. You have to do it. She too is a baby. She did not send you to have children immediately after she was just a few months old. So of course that's just it. But trust me, it is a good thing. It's a good thing. But don't rush yourself to have kids when you have not planned for it. Don't do it. But if you can do it earlier or early enough, it's also fine, because then you have, after you know that, okay, I've concluded, you now have time for yourself. You now have time to, you know what I mean, you can attend your whatsoever you want to. You can take care of yourself, and you don't have to be pregnant and then go back again after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, like always coming back and forth from one and the same thing. No. But for me, having the back-to-back, for me, it's good, despite the fact that it has so much work and challenges. But it's good and it's fine. And if you ask my opinion, I would say yes, go for it. If you are prepared, go for back-to-back, because yeah, it doesn't cost anything. All you need is the strength, the energy, the help, and especially if you have a support system, why don't you do it? It's a good thing to have them at once and to see them grow together, and to know that, oh, this precious gift came from me. So now I'm just trying to go off track. I don't know why I feel happy. Maybe because I'm with you all today. If you like this look, I did it all by myself. I'm trying now to to slay. You'll see more of this slay. So let me stop here, please. Forgive me if I'm ranting or I'm taking much of your time. For those that are not subscribed, please do me a favor and subscribe. That's just all. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.